Lesson 8. Fits like a glove. Welcome to Lesson 8. Fits like a glove. In this lesson, you'll listen in on Orlando and his girlfriend Jade as they shop for new clothes for her. See if you understand all of the idioms that are used. Part A. Idioms in Action. Part 1.
I'm so tired of shopping. Trying to find the perfect clothes for me out of the hundreds of things we've seen is like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Oh, don't exaggerate. We haven't seen that much. Hey, look. That place looks nice. Let's check it out.
I don't know. Those clothes in the window aren't exactly my cup of tea. Plus, it looks expensive. We'd probably have to pay through the nose for anything we find.
Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed this morning or what? Don't be such a wet blanket. You're the one who's always complaining about your clothes being out of style. I let you drag me out shopping so you can keep up with the trends, so this is all for you, not for me.
Okay, you're right. We'll give it a try.
Part B. Take a closer look. Let's stop there. So far, you've heard these expressions. Listen to each explanation and then repeat the example for practice.
Like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Looking for something that is very difficult to find. Finding clothes that fit Jade nicely is difficult because there are so many items to choose from. She says it's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
To check something out.
To see or find out about something. The clothes in the store look too expensive for Jade, but she and Orlando will go into the store anyway to be sure. They will check the store out.
To be someone's cup of tea.
To be pleasing or interesting to someone. To fit someone's tastes or interests. Jade doesn't like the clothes on display in the window. They're not her cup of tea.
To pay through the nose.
To pay a lot of money. All the clothes in the store are from very famous designers, so it is likely they will have to pay way too much money for them. They will have to pay through the nose.
To wake up on the wrong side of the bed.
To be in a bad mood. Jade is normally happy, but has been moody during the whole shopping trip. She must have woken up on the wrong side of the bed.
Wet blanket.
Unenthusiastic or disagreeable. Lacking the appropriate attitude or spirit for a particular situation. Jade should be happy to go shopping for new clothes, but instead she's begun to get tired and negative. She's being a wet blanket.
Out of style.
No longer in fashion or vogue. Cindy hasn't bought new clothes for years, so all of her clothes are out of style.
To drag someone somewhere.
To convince someone to go or come somewhere they don't want to be. Kelly hates baseball games, but Mike always drags her to the ball field.
To keep up with the trends.
To follow new fashions or trends very closely. Brad buys fashion magazines and looks at them often so he can keep up with the trends.
Before we continue to listen in on Jade and Orlando, let's focus on a few more important expressions. Listen for them and try to remember what they mean.
To try something on.
To wear a piece of clothing to see if it fits properly or looks nice on a person. I've learned my lesson. I will never buy a pair of pants before I get to see how they fit me. It's a bad idea to buy clothes without trying them on.
Low cut.
Describes clothing that is cut to reveal skin, to cover less of the body than usual. Linda works in an office with a conservative dress code, so she would never wear a very low-cut blouse.
It doesn't leave much to the imagination.
Said of clothes that reveal a lot of skin, that are very tight, or that are nearly see-through. You're going to the beach with that bathing suit? It doesn't really leave much to the imagination, does it?
Hot.
Physically attractive, sexually appealing. The shirt looked so hot on the model who was wearing it, but when I put it on, it looked ridiculous.
To turn heads.
To be beautiful, To cause people to turn and look at you. Wow, that dress looks fantastic on you. You'll really turn heads with that on.
To drop something.
To forget something, or to stop talking about something. Frank kept trying to get Susan to try on the bikini, but she told him to just drop it.
To cough something up.
To find the means to provide something, especially money. Janella is happy with a small TV, but her roommate wants a widescreen. If her roommate insists on buying the widescreen, she will have to find the money to pay for it. She will have to cough up the extra money.
Knockoff.
A cheap and low-quality reproduction of something expensive. The watch Gary wears isn't the brand you think. It's a cheap knockoff he bought on the street.
Bargain basement.
The area of a store where older sale items are displayed for discount prices. This expression is also used to describe any cheap or low-quality clothing. I would never wear those pants. They really look a bit too bargain basement.
The clothes make the man.
An expression meaning that people are judged by their appearance, including especially the clothes they choose to wear. If you want to be respected at work, you have to buy better suits. After all, the clothes make the man.
To throw on.
To put clothes on hastily and thoughtlessly. I woke up late for work this morning, so I just opened my closet and threw on the first things I put my hands on.
Make a nice impression.
To give people a favorable idea of who you are. It's important to make a nice impression when you first meet people.
To come off as.
To give a certain impression, to suggest a certain attitude or style. Cindy comes off as mean, but that's just because she has no self-confidence.
Busy.
Describing something that is overly designed. Clothes, patterns, wallpaper, art, etc. Something with too many elements. I really hate the new wallpaper you put up in the kitchen. It's got too many patterns and colors. It's so busy it gives me a headache.
One of a kind.
Unique. Unlike anything else. You'll love my new friend Josh. He's not like anyone I've ever met. He's really one of a kind.
It's very me.
It's typical of something I'd wear, do, or say. It's representative of me. Greg, you have to buy that shirt. It's so you.
To burst someone's bubble.
To disappoint someone. To give someone disappointing news. I hate to disappoint you, but those shoes you want so much are not in the store anymore. I hate to burst your bubble, but someone already bought them.
To fit someone like a glove.
To fit someone perfectly, as if the thing that fits were made specifically for that person. When Kylie tried on the wedding dress, it was as if the dress was made for her. It fit her perfectly. It fit her like a glove.
To go with something.
To match something. To look nice together with another thing. Those plaid pants would look nice with a plain shirt. They would go with a plain shirt.
Part C. Idioms in Action. Part 2. Okay, now that we've focused on a few more expressions, let's hear what happens during the rest of Jade and Orlando's shopping trip.
Hey, look at this blouse. Do you want to try it on?
Wow, it's a bit low cut, don't you think? And you can see right through it. Won't leave much to the imagination.
I don't know. I think it might be kind of hot.
Forget about it. I'm not wearing that in public. It would turn too many heads, and you know you're the jealous type.
Well, in private then.
Oh, just drop it.
Okay. What about these pants?
Those aren't bad. Wait, let me see the price. Right, just as I thought. Unless you want to cough up $150 for a pair of pants. I don't think so.
All right. How about these jeans? Nice cut, basic, they don't cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah, but they look like cheap knockoffs. If I'm going to wear bargain basement clothing, I want to be the only one who knows it.
Oh, come on, these look fine. And besides, why do you give a darn what other people think?
Didn't you always used to say that the clothes make the man?
Well, now I'm reformed. I just throw on whatever's clean and out the door I go.
Well, I like to make a nice impression, to come off as someone who cares about the way she looks.
Speaking of which, check out these pants. They're really great.
Yeah, but these pleats, all these pockets, they're a bit busy.
I think they're unusual, really one of a kind. Why don't you just try them on? You might like them.
Oh, all right. Hand them over. I'll try them on.
Well, let's have a look. Can I see them on you?
What do you think? I don't think they're me. I told you it would be impossible to find...
I hate to burst your bubble, but those pants look great on you. They fit you like a glove. Why are you frowning? We finally found something that looks great.
Now we have to find a top to go with it.
Part D. Now it's your turn. Are you ready to practice? First, listen to the lists below, and then complete the sentences using the appropriate expression from this lesson.
A new coat, a ring, a belt, a new hat. If you want to see if these things fit, you might
Try them on.
a suit, a collared shirt, a bathing suit. When these things look good on you and are the perfect size, they
Fit you like a glove.
an earring in the sand at the beach, a pair of tweezers in a junk drawer, a piece of paper in a garbage dumpster. Searching for these things is like
Looking for a needle in a haystack.
the price of a cruise to the Bahamas, a new restaurant you've been curious about, a bar you've never been to. When you want to visit or find out more about these things, you want to
Check them out.
a huge house in the best neighborhood in the city, an Italian sports car, a designer gown, a very rare bottle of wine. If you want to buy any of these things, you're going to have to
Pay through the nose.
Great! Now listen to the situations below and then finish the sentence with the expression that describes the situation.
Whenever Werner goes to a party, he sits in the corner with an annoyed look on his face. No one can help him have fun, and in fact, he keeps other people from having fun. At parties, Werner is
A real wet blanket.
Ingrid is normally a chipper person, but today she's grumpy. She must have
Woken up on the wrong side of the bed.
There used to be a time when you could get a good meal at a restaurant for very little money. Now, if you want to eat a good meal out, you have to come up with a lot of money to pay for it. You have to
Cough up a lot of money.
This watch looks very expensive, but it's not really the brand you think it is. It's just a
Knock off.
Not everyone cares about buying the latest fashions and dressing in the most current styles. Not everyone cares about
Keeping up with the trends.
I've never seen a hat like that before. It sure is unique. It really is
One of a kind.
Gina, with that short skirt, you're sure to make a lot of people look at you. You're sure to
Turn heads.
Okay, great. That's the end of Lesson 8. Fits like a glove. Go back and review if you'd like more repetition and practice. Or move on to the next lesson.